Let's begin with breaking news we're tracking at the moment. Mumbai Police have served a notice to Manoj Jarange Patil for violating court directives. Permission for the protest was sought by Jarange Patil. That had been rejected due to violations of conditions and rules that were set by the court and the police. In fact, the Azad Maidan police have issued a notice to Jarange Patil's core committee, ordering them to vacate Azad Maidan at the earliest. Do note that the High Court had ordered that all demonstrators leave the Azad Maidan premises by 12 noon today. Now a police notice has been served. Additionally, the notice mentions that the police have taken cognizance of statements made by Manoj Jarange Patil in the media, referencing them in the notice. Radhika Ramaswamy, as you know, has been tracking the latest for us. She joins us with the latest update at the moment. Radhika, take us through the latest information coming in.
That's right, Parmeshwar. Fast-paced developments as far as Maratha agitation is concerned. What we are being given to understand from way of Mumbai Police sources is that they have issued a notice to Manoj Jarange Patil, who is at the epicenter of this agitation. In fact, he's been told to vacate Azad Maidan as well. We know for a fact that yesterday Bombay High Court had come down heavily on the protesters as to why they were thronging the streets of Mumbai when they have a designated space such as Azad Maidan. But these orders were being repeatedly violated by the protesters, as a result of which now a notice has been issued, and they've been asked to not just vacate the premises here, South Bombay, but also Azad Maidan. So remains to be seen what the response of the agitators will be. But earlier we saw this place was crowded, but now slowly, police officials have been deployed, and all of these people have been asked to go to Azad Maidan. And this place is slowly getting emptied out. So that's what we are witnessing. Public address system is also being used. There are at least about 100 police officials. The security has been beefed up across South Mumbai, and people are being asked to clear the streets as per the High Court's instructions. Yesterday, of course, Devendra Fadnavis also very categorically mentioning that they will follow the directives of the Bombay High Court, while also looking into solutions as far as the whole Maratha reservation issue is concerned. What they're demanding is, of course, 10% reservation under the OBC quota. They want Kumbhi certificates to be given to them. But those who already have those Kumbhi credentials may perhaps get that reservation, be granted that reservation under the OBC quota. But there could be exceptions in that as well. So yes, all the deliberations being worked on with the help of the Cabinet subcommittee. But at the moment, state government is in a fix, because on one hand, they'd like to make sure that the stalemate ends, and on the other hand, they do not want to anger the OBC community as well by diluting the reservations under the OBC community. So a lot of pros and cons there. We'll have to really see how the state government manages to make sure that the issue is resolved. But at this point, what we are seeing is the entire space being cleared of all of these agitators and protesters. Of course, yesterday we saw how they had made this into a playground of sorts. You can see, all kinds of litter strewn all around, South Mumbai, and really causing a lot of inconvenience to people and traffic snarls. A lot of bus services and train services were disrupted as a result of the protesters here. We'll have to see what the next step of Jarange Patil is, because he'd been stating that no matter what, he will continue the agitation until his demands are met. Let me go straight across to Paras, who's joining us from CST. Paras, if you can take us through the situation here. You just broke the story, the development there, that Mumbai Police has issued notice to Jarange Patil. He has been asked to clear Azad Maidan premises as well, which is the designated spot for the agitation.
Right, listener Radhika, the complication of the matter is getting worse and worse, as we had seen how this Maratha protesters were protesting in Mumbai, and mainly in South Mumbai. There was lakhs and lakhs of people who has came from the different parts of Maharashtra, and there were thousands of vehicles which was parked at the very place where I am standing right now. This is a nearby area of CST station, where there was thousands of vehicles which were standing. With that, there were thousands of protesters. But as we had earlier been saying that respected High Court has ordered that this very places where there were thousands of protesters, BMC headquarters, nearby BMC headquarters, nearby CST station, marine lines, marine drives, wherever the protesters were there, they have to vacate the area by today noon. And now what we are getting is that Mumbai Police's Azad Maidan Police Chowki has issued a notice to Jarange Patil and his core committee stating that they need to vacate Azad Maidan as soon as possible. And the reason is that the rules which was imposed by respected Bombay High Court and the police were not done, and the rules was not obeyed by Jarange Patil and his protesters, and that's why the notice has been issued to him, and it has been said in the notice that they have to vacate Azad Maidan as soon as possible. Now will be very interesting to see what will happen and what answer will be given by Manoj Jarange and his core committee team on this entire notice that has been issued to them, Radhika.
Right, Paris, also I wanted to ask you, what is the option? What are the options in front of the state government if the stalemate continues? We know that they're following the court's directive. There had been violation as far as court's directive is concerned. People had been swelling up the streets of South Mumbai over the last 4 days. Of course, these streets are getting emptied out. But what are the options in front of the state government now? We know that cabinet subcommittee is looking into it. There are all kinds of assurances given. A resolution could be passed. But how do you see this playing out in the hours to come?
Radhika, it is a very complicated situation for state government also and for Manoj Jarange Patil also, because now when the Mumbai Police Azad Maidan Police Chowki has issued a notice to Jarange Patil and his core committee, now they have to answer to that notice. Why rules was broken, why violation took place, and after that Mumbai Police Azad Maidan will take some precautionary measure, can take some precautionary measure in this entire situation. And now the committee which has been formed to look into this entire Manoj Jarange Patil Maratha reservation matter will also study and will get more information about what should be done in this entire matter, because when notice has been issued, now it has been said that in the notice that the Azad Maidan should be vacant as soon as possible. Now it will be very interesting to see what will be the next step of Mumbai Police, what will be next step of government, because today in the afternoon at 3 o'clock there will be a regular bench sitting at Bombay High Court, and they will be hearing about this very situation. So now this will be very interesting to see, and 3 o'clock time when the normal bench of Bombay High Court will be hearing this entire case, over there we can see some of the development taking place. So very important day today, and we have to wait what will happen next in this entire situation.
Right, Paris, also if I may ask you about the proceedings before the Bombay High Court. You had attended the proceedings whereby the court had come down very, very heavily and slammed the protesters here as well, and issuing certain directives which is now being followed by the Mumbai Police, by the state government. But take us through what can be expected today. Some orders given yesterday, and the matter will be continued to be heard by the bench today as well.
Rightly said, Radhika. One of the major hearing which will take place today at 3 o'clock in Bombay High Court before the normal bench, before the regular bench. Over there will be a discussion, and there will be things which will get into the court regarding the permission of Azad Maidan, the plea which was filed by Sadavarte, the Vakil Sadavarte. So in this entire situation, there will be discussion on the thing which inside the Azad Maidan, the protest which is going on inside the Azad Maidan. With that, the court will ask government lawyers and the Manoj Jarange Patil lawyers that the order which was passed yesterday by respected Bombay High Court has been obeyed or not. So this will be the highlight of today's hearing, when the regular bench will ask these questions to the government lawyers and Manoj Jarange Patil lawyer. With that, there will be things which will get into court regarding the Azad Maidan protest which is done by Manoj Jarange Patil inside the Azad Maidan. So it will be a very important hearing today at Bombay High Court at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's right. Thank you, Paris, for getting us all those details. Important hearing as far as Maratha reservation is concerned at 3 p.m. today before a bench of the Bombay High Court. Yesterday, the bench had given certain directives, and that is now being followed. Behind me, streets are being emptied out, public address system being used to empty out the protesters at this time. And very importantly, the man behind the agitation, Manoj Jarange Patil, has been issued notice by the Mumbai Police asking the designated space Azad Maidan also to be cleared of protesters. We'll really have to see how this will play out. We'll keep tracking the story with you. Now it's back to the studio.
Radhika, as always, thank you so much for joining us with the latest from Ground Zero.